Good evening, Ape Nation. Guys, what's going on? It's Sunday, December 12th, 2021. And I promised some of you I'd come back with this video. I had a lot of people asking what I thought of Al from Boston. And before I say anything, I just want to let you know up front, well, two things. First, I reached out to Al many times, and eventually he just blocked me from Twitter. Because we do live in the same city, and I thought it'd be cool to meet up and maybe have him come in the studio and whatever. The second thing, and more importantly, and I know I'll get in the comments,
why are you going after other YouTubers, Massalorian?
I'm not going after other YouTubers. The DD on the play has been done. Everything we're going to find has been found and brought to the surface. So now the next question becomes, who are you following? Who is an influence on you? Who you're listening to for advice and information? And that's why I make this video and some of the other videos that I've made. I've been doing this a very long time. I've been involved with journalism since I was 16. Eventually, I found a niche in investigative journalism, digging things up and finding information. And that's why I initially invested in AMC, because I saw the effery that was going on and thought it could be exploited. So if you make it to the end of the video and you hear my conclusion and thoughts on what I think, you might be actually surprised. All right, but before I start dropping bombs,
cue the speeder.
This is the way.
real quick, guys, if you left a comment in the last couple days, just know I am going to try to get to all of them by tomorrow. I appreciate your patience with them, and I appreciate you leaving them. I just like to be able to answer them. I just haven't had the time. All right, let's jump right into it. Al's first video that he put out on November 6th, which was just about a month ago, was entitled $1 million a share, explained by a Harvard grad, Al from Boston. Now, any of us who have been here a long time know that that type of a title is commonly referred to, at least in these parts, as clickbait. We're at $27 a share right now, guys. So as much as $1 million sounds exciting, and I know it's technically possible, it's not going to happen. It got 81,000 views, though. So you know what that video does? It pays the bills. That's an $810 video if we were going just by the standard YouTube definition. Now, this is Al's first video, so he probably didn't make any money off this right off the jump, but he is now. And I have no problem with that, right? There are a lot of us on here that are using ads, and I really don't have an issue with that. If Google's going to pay me to put out information for you guys, I'm fine. I don't want them coming after you, but if you don't mind sitting through a 15-second commercial, awesome. Then that's great, and I get to make $1 an hour. But whenever there's this many views and this much attention and you get to 15,000 subs in a month, then I got questions. Who are you? Why are you putting out this information? And where are you getting it from? And right after this video came out, he put out a few videos about Fidelity, saying how we have to get off Fidelity. We cannot be using Fidelity. They have been backstabbing us, yada, yada. And if you listen to the explanation of why he wants to get off Fidelity, it is not new information that was discovered suddenly when Al came on. This is stuff we have known for a long time. Fidelity allows you to do is go direct to the exchange to trade your shares. So you're not allowing the other brokerages out there to blatantly use payment for order flow, because it's not coming to an end, guys. Like Gasparino said, Gary Gensler is not coming to save us. So as long as you're okay with your broker using payment for order flow, so be it. But if you want to get off of a platform like that, Fidelity is one of the only ones who allow you to go direct. And they also have a stellar reputation when it comes to fines from the SEC. And just in general, they are known as the industry standard. So whenever someone comes in and starts attacking a company that we have done some proper vetting on and is actually good for retail investors compared to Webull, Robinhood, any of the other ones, again, I have concerns. The next thing that popped up was the issue of the camera, Me, Phil, for real, a couple of us had talked about, why isn't this guy going on camera? We don't really understand. And I'm not going to tell you the reason. I'll let Al tell you. Roll the film.
So I was on a podcast the other day, and somebody asked me, Al's kind of a show man. He's got a Bloomberg terminal, but he doesn't own a camera on his phone or his computer. You're damn right I don't. And there's reason why. I don't have any of that stuff. And I'll give you some real reasons why I don't. I want to be able to, do my own thing without having an electronic leash. So I got rid of my smartphone. I have a dumb phone, a flip phone that I bought off the internet from Mexico when they still had like 1G. And I've got a piece of crap phone. It doesn't have a camera. It doesn't have GPS. It's a very single operating phone. It just calls 911 if I need to. My family members, if I want to talk to them, nothing special. And texting is a pain in the neck. I've become fluent in it now after all these years, but it's a pain in the neck.
Okay, so that's a reason. He went on to talk about how he's not really comfortable with his appearance on TV. And look, I totally get that. This is very uncomfortable for a lot of people. I understand that 100%. There's a lot of guys out there. Wrench wasn't on camera for a long time. But when I went to go check on the facts, is it possible that a man with a Bloomberg terminal still has a flip phone without a camera? It didn't take long. All I did was go to Twitter. And when you're on Twitter, all of your messages that come through, they tell you the device that you are using to send these messages, right? A good journalist always keeps receipts. And since Al doesn't have up his Twitter anymore talking on it and he blocked me, I made sure I grabbed screenshots from the day before and the day of this video. So anyone that's making up things like that, I got concerns, especially if I'm taking advice that I have tens of thousands of dollars invested into. All right, this video is going to be an hour long if I don't cut some things out. So I'm just going to point out two other things. The only thing I could find about Al's background in business was his company that he had out of Waltham. This post is from Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt, just like you would with DD on AMC. He had a company named Defense Network Alliance. This person had posted this 10 years ago, again, saying that it seemed shady because he was asking for information that required a military email to register. And some people had noted that and they couldn't get an answer back from the company. But again, it's on Reddit, so I can't verify any of that. I can't contact these people. It was 10 years ago. What happened in the past is in the past. I'm concerned about right now. And the last thing, and then last night he put out this video about The Matrix and how it's a huge deal. And you guys know me, I talk about the movies a lot. I talk about that word catalyst, how it gets thrown around way too easy. The movie comes out December 22nd. I am very excited to see it. I have been dying to see a new Matrix movie. I'm going to go see it probably opening night. And it's going to do very well in the box office, of course. But if you're one of my subs or one of my viewers, you know I talked about this a couple weeks ago. The box office numbers, how small of a window we have in 2021 to actually reap the financial benefits that we'll see from Matrix because it's coming out so late in the year. We have literally 8 days of box office revenue to count towards Q4 of 2021. More than likely, we will really see the effects of Matrix 4 in Q1 of 2022. And just so I can kind of give you guys an idea of what we might be looking at for revenue, the original Matrix only made $171 million total. Now, again, this is in 99, so this box office will do much better. The opening weekend, it only did $27 million. Not great. But then it got a lot of buzz, and Matrix Reloaded, the sequel, actually did almost $100 million in its opening weekend. So will we see this kind of a number, 90 million? This is a 2003 figure. So factoring in for inflation and everything else and the price of tickets going up, I'm hoping we see a $100 million weekend. I really am. In my opinion, Spiderman has the better shot at being the $100 million opening just because of the demographics of the people who are going to go see it. They're going to be a younger crowd, but you also have a mix of guys my age who are over the hill but still excited about movies and still enjoy the comics. All right, so I'm going to give you my conclusion, and this might shock some people. There have been so many channels who have come along And now this is a new one. I mean, 50 videos in a month is just unnecessary. Guys, we are in a short squeeze. I know it's the longest short squeeze in history. The bottom line for me is, if it brings attention to AMC and there's younger investors that are watching this, guys who haven't done it before, and maybe they're getting hyped up for AMC, and Al is providing that service, good. Because ultimately, all I want to do is squeeze the stock. So if he's going to help contribute to that without being, nefarious and doing anything that's going to hurt the community, I'm fine with it. So watch Al from Boston. I hope someday we are able to talk, and I would love to have him come in here. So Al, if you see this, man, I'd love to have you come sit down. I'd like to just talk to you in general, just to find out where your brain is at right now, what you're thinking about, this tumultuous time that we're in. But if not, that's okay too. That's why I started this channel, was to bring you guys information and try to help you navigate through this play, as well as myself. We're helping each other. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there for tonight. I'll let you go. It's Sunday night. I want to try and catch the game before I go to bed. Again, all of you guys out there who have been supporting the channel, who have supported the community, thank you so much. If you've dropped likes recently or a comment or whatever you've done to help build the channel up to get the information out to more people, you're helping all of us get to where we need to be in this play, and that is squeezing AMC. And ultimately, that is the mission. And anyone's going to help us achieve that goal without being nefarious, I'm okay with. This is Ape Nation. I'm the Massalorian, and I'm out.